Let's move on to Olivier Giroud. He moves on to Chelsea. What do you make of this move? Do you not like the idea from the Arsenal standpoint of doing business with the team that you're chasing for that top 4 spot? Does that bug you at all?
Not particularly, no, I have to say. I think Giroud is a good get for Chelsea, bearing in mind recently they were talking about Andy Carroll. Now, I don't know how much truth there was in this. Andy Carroll, Peter Crouch,
Ashley
Barnes. Olivier Giroud is a big step up from that. I think something like a goal almost every 2 games for France. He potentially could lead the line for them in the summer. I'm not his biggest fan, but could he do a job for Chelsea with the Hazards and the Pedros and the Willians around about him if Morata's not performing? I think he can.
That's the thing. Is this move more about replacing Batshuayi or is it about pushing Morata?
I think it's more about replacing Batshuayi right now. And I think pound for pound, as an out-and-out striker, I don't think Olivier Giroud is better or pushes Morata.
Even when he's not scoring?
Even when he's not scoring. Saying that, I will say, I feel Giroud is best as part of a front 2. And maybe that comes into Conte's thinking in bringing him in. Maybe that's where he finds some success that he didn't find at Arsenal. But in terms of pushing Morata to make Morata better, I don't think Giroud's the answer.
Well, Giroud can't push Morata?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Morata's a much better player, but, you know, Morata has to actually be fit and not have his bad back and not be suspended. And
score goals.
We've seen the whole reason we're in the situation is that Morata isn't always available. When he's not there, we have got, you know, Hazard playing at centre forward or Pedro at centre forward. You know, these aren't good solutions. With Giroud, you've got somebody you can bring off the bench who can mix it. I think he can play with Morata in certain situations. Morata's played with a big man before. Gives you options. The other good thing from Chelsea's perspective that they were very, very keen on, which is why the Dzeko deal didn't happen, is in 18 months, he's gone. He's off your books. People make a big deal of the fact that he's 32, but they did not want to commit to a long-term, expensive long-term contract when they know maybe Chelsea's next manager might not want Olivier Giroud around. And in that sense, I thought they were quite successful in getting him.
Let's be honest, if Giroud is pushing Morata, he'll fall over. Couldn't resist it because that's all he's got to do. I mean, if Giroud can stay on his feet, right, and put himself around and be physical, straight away he can be better than Alvaro Morata at the moment, right? Because Alvaro Morata is a very good player, but we're not seeing it. Right, we're not seeing it, and I think Giroud could push him, could be an option, because clearly Batshuayi was not in the manager's plan and he wanted something different. And as Gab said, this makes sense, albeit it's about 18 million or something, potentially for 18 months. But that's the way it's going these days. Clubs don't mind spending that.
I think the issue with Morata right now is just a lack of confidence. And as a result, going over is the easy option because he doesn't want to take the shot because he's been so poor in front of goal of late.
That's even more reason to sort of puff your chest out and be physical and put yourself around.
He's taking the easy way out. He's going down, let somebody else take the pass. He's taking the easy way out.
He was at Real Madrid and he was at Juventus and he wasn't always the #1 starter. Sometimes he was, but he wasn't the guy that those clubs relied on a regular basis. He's gone to London, they're in the Premier League, they're under pressure. Conte and Chelsea are now relying on Morata week in, week out. And I think he's feeling the pressure of that, and it's time for him to stand up.
If Morata struggles, could you see Giroud starting in Champions League?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Has the experience and the know-how. I think he could do a job.